Hello students, welcome to my channel. This video is for a quick revision of the topic electromagnetic induction. Now this starts with the first topic, magnetic flux. Now if I consider this area, now for the area vector, normally area is a scalar quantity, but in electrostatics or electromagnetism we know that area is a vector quantity and it is always normal to the area being considered. So if this is the area being considered, area vector is normal in this direction. And this is the direction of the, if this is the direction of the magnetic field, then magnetic flux is B A cos theta or phi equal to B dot A. Magnetic flux is a scalar quantity. Next comes the topic Faraday's law. So the Faraday's law states that EMF is proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux, E equal to d phi by dt. Now this Faraday, he did not give the direction of the induced EMF or direction of the current in the loop. So that direction was given by Lenz's law. So the Lenz law says that the direction of induced EMF is opposite to the direction of the cause which is inducing the EMF. So hence we have a negative sign. So E equal to minus d phi by dt. Now this is also very important concept which is often asked, that show that Lenz law is in accordance with conservation of energy. Then we have motional EMF. Now motional EMF, it arises due to the motion of a conductor in a magnetic field, and it is given by the expression E is equal to BLV. B is the strength of the field, L is the length of the conductor, V is the velocity of the conductor. Now from this expression you can calculate the current which is flowing in the conductor, I equal to E by R, Ohm's law, R is the resistance. Now E is BLV, so I gives BLV by R. Now force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, it is given by the expression F equal to BIL. Now if you substitute the value of current and then finally you will obtain the expression for power. Power is force into velocity. So power is B square L square V square by capital R. This R is the resistance of the conductor. Now you may also be asked to calculate the charge flowing when there is a change in magnetic flux. There is an induced EMF. Now if by virtue of this induced EMF there is a flow of current, then what is the charge flowing through the conductor or the loop? Then that expression is given by the charge flowing, that delta Q is the small charge that flows when there is a change in magnetic flux, is equal to delta phi by R, where delta phi is the change in flux and R is the resistance of the coil. Okay, so that means the charge flowing when there is a change in magnetic flux is dependent on the change in magnetic flux and resistance. It is independent of the way the flux changes. Whether the flux changes very slow or whether the flux changes very fast, the charge flown to the loop or the conductor will be same. Next comes the concept of eddy current. You need to understand the definition of the eddy current and the applications of eddy current, various applications of eddy current. You may be asked questions on this. Okay, now then comes the topic inductance. Now it is of two types, self-induction and mutual induction. The quantity which measures the self-induction is self-inductance. The quantity which measures the mutual induction is called mutual inductance. Now the expressions are quite identical. E is equal to minus L di by dt. L is the self-inductance. For mutual inductance you have E is equal to minus M di by dt. M is the mutual inductance. Here E is the induced EMF. Okay. Then for mutual inductance, you may be asked to calculate the mutual inductance of two coaxial solenoids. So the expression is M21, that is mutual inductance between the coil 2 and 1 is mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 square into L. Okay, where this L is the length, R is the radius, N1 and N2 are the turns in the two coils. Then you have the self-inductance of a solenoid. It is given by mu naught N square AL. A is the cross-sectional area, L is the length, N is the number of turns per unit length. Energy stored in solenoid, it is given by the expression half Li square. It can also be written as phi square by twice L, or it can be written as half phi I. Energy density in magnetic field, U is equal to B square by twice mu naught. See, go through this page number 224, this derivation is given, page number 224. Then comes the last topic, the AC generator. You must go through the principle of AC generator. What are the various components of AC generator, the working of the AC generator. You must be able to deduce this relation E is equal to NBA omega sin omega t. This term, remember this term is the peak EMF. Then you must be able to explain the graphical output for the AC generator. Okay, then you must go through these. See, don't go through, means I am not telling you to be selective. Go through all the examples, all the solved examples, all the exercises, but pay more attention to these questions. Solved examples 6.2, 6.3, 6.5, 6.6, very important. That is for a conductor which is rotating in a magnetic field. The answer is you have to calculate the EMF between the developed across the two ends of the conductor. That comes out to be half B omega L square. Okay, then 6.9, 6.10. Exercises 6.1, 6.5, 6.7, 6.10, 6.15, 6.16 and 6.17. Now these are the things you must not miss out. And one more thing, if you are having doubts regarding if you have a coil and a magnet is moving in front of the coil, if the magnet is moving towards the coil or away from the coil, and what will be the direction of current or direction of induced EMF, clear all these concepts. You must not have any confusion with regard to the direction of current, direction of induced EMF. Those things are very fundamental and you must not commit mistakes on those things. So these are the things you must go through. And see, I will try to update as many topics as possible, but my intention is you must if possible follow this strategy so that you are able to revise the entire chapter in 10 to 15 minutes. In 10 to 15 minutes, the more you revise, the more you will be able to score in your final examination, and there is a less probability of committing mistake while writing the answers. Best of luck.